Welcome to another episode of the Butcher's Bible Podcast. I'm your host, Luke.
I'm Ed.
Just two blokes preaching the good word of the meat industry.
One episode at a time. Straight up.
One episode
Episode.
had a flame.
Out of flat.
Oh, man. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. How are you?
Honestly, I'm good. It's been a hot minute since we've actually done a solo recording, isn't it?
It has. We've been absolutely flat out with everything as well. We got some amazing responses about the Doug E one as well. Big shout out to the big man.
You did. Yeah. Very good.
It was really good. You know, that was a great episode. Thank you to Doug. Thank you to all, I guess, so far. But, you know, the response has been fantastic.
Yeah, it's been very, very good. And, you know, I'm good. Freaking trying to just regain some kind of equilibrium from a manic week at work last week. I know it's now Wednesday, the week after, but you know, takes time. The weekend was fucking mental, and it's just taking me this long to regain my composure of life. I guess it's running away from me. It feels like, you know, and it's only you only go, I'm not in control. Things are just happening to me. I'm being reactive rather than proactive.
Yes, of course.
And and it was just kind of that's how it felt. So, you know, this week it's nice to have a chat to you, regain some normalcy, if that's a word, normality.
Normality, yeah.
Yeah.
Today's the day of fucking up words so far.
I know, it's bad. Just kind of trying to lay low a little bit and get back in the grind. But yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
You look healthy. You look young. That's what
Thank
counts.
you. Do I think I've recovered from the late night pods from last week?
No, I still haven't. I think
that's what fucked me up.
Yeah, it kind of sets you back when you do those super late ones. But you know, if no one appreciates them, fuck you. This shit's free.
Right.
Yeah. No. I just had one of those weeks. I had a bit of a mishap earlier, as you heard. It was good. This week's just gone by, isn't it? It's crazy because Monday rolls around for me now, and I'm like, oh yeah, Monday. You know, we're getting stuck into the week, and it's like pissing down rain, and you're like, yeah, it could still be worse. I could still be, you know, dealing with Doris, and she wants fucking mince for a dog or some shit, or I could be like up against it with the catering and that. But now it's just like, oh, it's raining. What do we do? Just take a seat. Okay. We can't really do much in the rain. No, okay. Get that done. Tuesday rolls around. It's sunny. Woo, yeah, it's sunshine out there, playing in it. You know, dicking around. You know, just doing it. And then Wednesday rolls around, which is today. Another beautiful sunny day. And then they're like, right, you need to get the work done. I'm like, okay.
I have been enjoying your today on the paddocks. That's been good.
Yeah, out on the paddocks.
Yeah, that's where you're like, sunshine. Lovely.
Yeah. Hating. Yes.
It was really heavy last.
We should make that into a hashtag, you know. Today out on the paddocks, and then people can show us what they're doing for the day, or
literally anything. Today out on the paddocks.
Yeah, you could be on the blog. Yeah. Or they could be on the blog, like today on the paddocks, and it could be like a statement of work that they're doing or have done or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Dog food, 700 burgers.
Doris, fuck you.
Yeah, Doris, you just zoom into this poor woman's face.
She's like, where's the dog mince?
You got any chicken carcasses?
You got chicken feet? No, this is where I stand.
Gotta love them. Gotta love them.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's been nice, you know. Coming home as well at 5:30, and then going, oh, I don't need to go on my laptop. Oh, I don't need to send emails, or
there's not those extracurricular things that you'd had with the shop. I think
it's still kind of like a really strange adjustment still. Like after doing it for many years.
Feel like you're on holiday.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, a little bit. But it's like, you know, just completely eliminating it. It's like, oh, fuck, I don't have to do that. And then I can spend more time with the girls. Instead of me just sitting there, like, waiting for them to go to bed, for me to tick down and do those admin bits and pieces. Now, there is a lot. Like I've noticed the new job that I'm at as well. It's obviously everything's money orientated. Everything's driven in that aspect. And like, there's like a it's just like things are on pallets at the workshop there, So you got like the customer service area, and there's pallets with all like rocks and rockery and slates and
Yeah.
sands and everything as well. To me, whenever I see a gap or something's running low, I'm like, right, should we do this? Should we get that done? Because to me, that's built in me from doing a window display. And there's like, right, there's a gap. I haven't got anything in the fridge for it. I can make a VAP for it, or I can do something for it. Like, that's how it feels to me. So when I'm like, right, we got like 16 bags of this left, like, can we put it through the hopper? And they're like, nah, that ain't really sold, and blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, well, can we fill it up? And then we don't have to fucking worry about it. And then today was the day for it, where all those bags were low, are just all sold. And now they're running around like, oh, we need to fill them up. It's just like, I told you so kind of thing,
Yeah.
And it's like keeping that area nice and clear as well, because like I think we've said it before, and I think I'll say it again. Like, England has no respect. Like, there's this rubbish. You just don't have this courtesy of just putting rubbish away, or just really caring. You're just like, oh, this country sucks dick, and it's just like you're throwing rubbish now, and you're just like,
are you talking about like general public, or?
Well, the tradies as well. And I'm telling grown men, was like, pick that rubbish up, or it was like, that fell out of your van, or pick that up. And they're like, oh, okay. Looking at me. It's like, mate, don't litter here. Like, don't litter here. Don't litter ever. Take it home. It's like the beach. Only leave footprints.
Yeah. You only throw your rubbish away at the beach.
Yeah, right. There we go. Fucking fuck the turtles.
Yeah.
And that's how, like, that's what I've been doing, like, for the past 3 weeks of being there. Because the boys are just sitting there having fags, and there's like rubbish bin, like butt bags, whatever, fucking ashtrays, that's it. Sitting over there. And I'm like, just go over there and put it out. Don't fucking put it on the floor here, because I got to shit up.
Well, they're just hanging them away.
Yeah. And then they got like Coke bottles and cans and everything just rolling out of their car, and they're just like, oh yeah, like, it just rolls away. And I'm like, wait, pick that up.
Yeah.
And they're like, like, what? I was like, you rubbish, pick it up. This is not a place for this. And they're like, okay. Then it's like, the builders as well. And they're like, I'm just like, fucking pick it up.
Yeah, classic.
And it's just like, and a lot of British people are just like, yeah, but the country's going to shit, and they just litter, and you're just like,
yeah, because of such behaviour. Thank you very much.
Don't be an idiot. Pick up your rubbish.
So you're enjoying it then?
Fucking loving it.
Yeah.
Fucking loving it. Just sticking around, having fun.
I've been meaning to ask you this. Are you missing the butchery at all?
Of course. Of course. I miss the smell. I miss the feel of a knife.
Yeah.
And I just, it's hard. It's hard to like be in this adjustment period, but like, there is many benefits to what I'm doing now. But there is that smell and the feel of a knife. I really do miss. Yeah, it's just a nostalgia thing. Give me 2 weeks in the shop, I'm like, fuck this.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Dan had that. He came back off holiday, and he was like, oh, I miss doing this. And then about an hour later, he was literally going, you fucking piece of, like, from in the fridge or something. Mm-hmm. Well, he read a cutting list, and it said 500 burgers by tomorrow morning. He's just something going, I'd rather be back in Wales, actually. Thank you very much.
I'll be back with the sheep in the rain.
Yeah. He went for a walk. He went for a walking holiday, like hiking with his mates.
Oh, nice.
And he got rained off. Apparently, wherever they were in Wales was fucking horrible. So, I said, enjoy your holiday, mate, in your Airbnb that you didn't necessarily want to book, but you're in there for 2-3 days now.
Was everything that badly, like, washed out?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Like weather warnings of winds and all that.
Well, the wind has just been crazy, I've been on the top of towers and that, and the wind coming there, you're just like, oh, just getting like almost dragged a bit. You're like, oh, this is perfect kite flying weather.
Yeah.
Get my outsail out.
I come out of the unit and I go, has it been raining? And so they go, yeah, it's been fucking chucking it down. Like, didn't know.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Yeah, in a bunker, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, true, actually, yeah. Hope you don't get flooded out when you're there.
No, that's what they're actually doing on the farm. They're re-establishing some drainage that they moved when they were landscaping, so...
Is that just a fancy word for a moat?
Yes. It was, yeah. So now there's no...
Getting a moat.
Yeah, the moat is no more. That's what it is, because it all just ran down the yard to the lowest point of the yard and just sat there. The funny thing was, though, when the puddle was really full, it was no more than like 2 feet away from a drain, but it was just lower than the drain.
Oh, Struth.
So the water's just like, meh.
Yeah,
Well,
see you later,
yeah.
bitches.
Yeah, and you just had to avoid that part of the yard because you're like, there's no way I'll get through there. You have no idea how deep it is, and it just fuck you up.
Well, you just grab like the farmer's 4x4 and just chest the waters, literally.
Yeah. I could do it. I could do it in my car. Even though,
Oh yeah, in your wagon, yeah.
yeah, 4-wheel drive, but it's not very far off the ground.
There we are. You just get the jet skis out instead.
So yeah, behind one of the tractors.
Good tree, jet skis, baby. Let's do it.
That's literally yeah. Here you go, boss man. Here's those different avenues of revenue you wanted.
Butcher's Bible on the side there as well.
Yeah.
Advertising for you.
We're doing paddleboard yoga in the middle of the yard.
The namaste. Namaste, get the fuck out of my way.
with all the highlands around you and everything. But this is relaxing. About.
Those poor buggers must be soggy.
They're all in the barns at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we're on clay, and it's just fucking awful. They put some out the other week, and the ground got so poached. It was just like they were just fucked up. So they're giving it a few extra weeks to dry out. Hopefully, lift it in this ever increasing sunshine that we're getting. But
it's just been a monsoon. Like, obviously, I've been working around clay as well, and that shit just like it just sort of sticks together, and then and then it just
what's the word? Claggy.
Would you say claggy?
Oh, could be. Clay.
Give me with it, baby. Yeah.
Amen.
But that's what yeah, it's just such a weird texture as well, old clay. It's just like every time I see it, it just reminds me of what's his fucking
a pot?
A pot?
Pottery?
No. Little experience coming up, baby.
yeah.
Gumby. It reminds me of Gumby.
Gumby?
Yeah, you remember Gumby?
I recall the name.
The little green clay figure dude. He had a horse as well, and they were always on adventures, and his mouth was like, it was crazy. Every time I see that, I see clay. I just don't know why it reminds me of Gumby.
I tell you what, for us in the UK, it wasn't Gumby. It was Morph on the program Smart.
You just say words now.
You never watched the no, Morph. MORPH.
Bravo.
Thank you very much. Wording. And
It's good to know.
yeah. So I'm a butcher. And it was on an art program called Smart.
Right.
On kids TV. It was after Art Attack. Art Attack is OG. Right. But this was sort of like this was a different sort of, I don't know, turn of was it Art Attack is 90s, would you say?
Yeah. Do you like the conspiracy behind the guy who was in Art Attack?
Wasn't he like a mass murderer or something?
No, they think he's Banksy. Yeah.
That's sick.
How cool is that?
What's his name?
I don't know. Google it. This is where we need a switch, bitch. Keith. Special
on, Keith. Art Attack.
Yeah.
Man. Banksy. That's pretty wild. Yeah. The thing these things used to scare me on Art Attack was the head. You know, the one that used to talk and be like, whoa.
The guy and the pencil with the pencils and that, and he had like, and he was like,
and that
like,
as well.
Yeah, Mr. Doodle, was it?
I can't recall. Was this in Australia that you watched this?
Art Attack?
Yeah.
No, it was in fucking Uruguay, mate. Where else would I be?
When did you move to the UK again?
10 years ago.
Right. So well beyond your Art Attack watching days.
Well, I still watch him on YouTube from time to time.
Neil Buchanan.
That's a pretty cool name.
He denies the Banksy rumours. That's exactly what Banksy would say. Yeah,
we're on to you, Neil.
Ooh. Fucking course it is.
Well, so that would have been really embarrassing if it was like some other guy from like it wasn't even part of the Art Attack or whatever.
Yeah. It could be him.
My memory doesn't serve me too badly these days in my older age.
No, it's good. I think there may have been a bit of cultural differences of what was shown in Australia to the UK.
Why? Wasn't it Mr. Pencil, Mr. Doodle or something? Or
It could be.
he had like a massive pencil and he'd be like, what are you going to draw today? And he's just like, and he goes up against the wall and he's like, yeah.
Not that. Maybe, I don't know. I'm talking about like the grey bust of a head in Art Attack.
I think we might have had two different versions. But we still had the same bloke.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, right. That's confusing.
That Uruguay 90s TV must have been wild.
In Australia, it was non-existent because we're all outside fucking playing and melting.
Right, that's literally it, isn't it? Everyone here is just used to being inside, crying and watching TV.
Yeah, the rest of us are outside crying and melting. It's just like, the ice cream truck going down the road and you're just like, oh, I would like to spend the money, but the ice cream would just fucking melt instantly.
It's like, where's Ant? He's outside, stuck to the sidewalk.
Yeah, exactly. Like fresh tarmac, I am just a fresh puddle of just shit. Big juicy path.
No. Right, I think we've got some admin, haven't we?
Yes.
To announce.
Yes, we do. Remember, guys, was this Source Hut? Use the code BB15. That's BB15. And also, if you're also interested as well with the wholesale side of that, we've had a few messages if Warren will cater to it or whatever. You can go straight to him, and he does wholesale. I've had him in my shop before, and he's fantastic, easy to work with. Him and Kim do a fantastic job, super easy. You can get a price list, wholesale price list, whatever email sent. It's, yeah, if you want that in your shops or in your wherever, you can sell them at wherever you want. So you don't have to come to us and ask. We just, if you want to make it as simple as possible, if you follow him, I'm sure on Instagram, right? Just ask him there, get his mobile if you want. It's that easy. Yeah. And and if you do go over and say that Anne Luke sent you, because we encourage you, because we're trendsetters.
Please do.
Trendsetters we are.
100%. And utilize his products in your goods, your VAPs.
Yeah, 100%. Great sausages and kebabs. You know, it's coming into the summer season as well. So, you know, I did like the mango and pork kebabs, and I did them with like roasted peppers and a bit of like garnish over the top, and they sold pretty well. I wanted to do like a pineapple version, but obviously cutting pineapple, trying to get it symmetrical. And then also, have you ever tried the skewer pineapple?
To skewer it?
Yeah.
So a whole one.
So you do pieces and you go pork, pineapple, red pepper, pork, pineapple, yeah.
Is it stringy so it'll just fall apart?
Yeah, it does, yeah. So that's why I never did it with the mango sauce, but yeah. But you do the lamb and Cape de Mon, which is the coffee. Lamb and coffee go really well together. I did those so many times. I
always thought pineapple in with a meat product is a bit odd because the flavor's good, but there's enzymes in the pineapple which
attack you
and the meat.
Well, it breaks it down. It does really a good job, you know.
Yeah.
But it's that summer
pineapple attacks you.
Yeah, it does. It does. When you bite a pineapple, the pineapple bites you.
Yeah.
But it's just that stigma, that summer vibe, isn't it? Oh, we're gonna grill some pineapple with some kebabs, you know, and do rah, you know. Plus, I love when you get the pineapple rings and you just grill them onto the barbecue. And you slap them into a burger, then you can do like a deluxe kind of burger with bacon and it's just loaded with cheese, you know, lettuce, big thick tomato as well. And
those got pickles and that.
Oh yeah.
Hot sauces. Speaking of hot sauces, Waz's Sauce Hut is dropping new flavors soon.
Yes, so there is.
Be on the lookout. I'm sure they're already out by the time this comes out, but
Yeah, so there's 2 new sources, I'm sure, that are, I think he said. We've got some coming, and we're going to have a little muck around.
Yeah. I've actually, a box arrived today, actually.
Son of a bitch.
With a big old sticker slapped on the front.
Son of a bitch, where's mine? Well, I guess you're closer, actually, to him. So
You're all the way in Australia. So
yeah, right.
it takes fucking forever.
Sunny Dorset down here. Yeah. Yeah, no, people
We'll do some taste tests on that and see what happens.
And then next weekend, we're going to be changing it, aren't we? We've said it. We're going to be changing the whole demographic of how the show's going to be running and what's going to be happening. So we got big surprises for you. So stay tuned for that. But for today's episode, we are going to talk about ultra processed foods. And I've got some fucking bad news for you. It's not pretty.
Is it not? Tell me. Let's get it going.
Right, I want to kick this off because a few people have asked us to do the ultra processed foods and what it means to us and do whatever. I want to kind of make this a bit simple. So a few things actually popped up on my Instagram feed and it just sent me down a spiral. And I went, okay. You know how I feel about these items, and I'm sure everyone else who...
Was this a bad 4 a.m. spiral where you just, on your phone, you're like, holy shit.
No, this was an early morning one. This is like... Yeah,
they're not too bad. They're not too bad. The blue light really wakes you up, I think.
Yeah, it really burns my corneas.
Yeah.
Gets me fired up for that day. But I'm not sure if anyone follows like Carnivore UK. Oh, I'm not sure if you do either, Lukey, but I don't know if it's a dude or a woman who's running that page, but they seem to be popping up these really good information segments and everything. And then it was like the first thing I saw the other morning.
Yeah.
And it got me fucking fired up. It was like the first thing, it was like 5:30 in the morning. And I was like, I better check my phone, because my alarm usually goes off at 6. Got to be at work at 6:55. It's only a 20-minute drive, no different to when I was at the shop. So I was like, right. And so I was having a coffee and I was having a read of this. And now they just released an ultra processed food chart. And it's got all the countries in Europe.
Nice.
But this one I picked the 7. And this
top 7. Is this the top 7?
This is the top 7. So this is 1 to 7 of the. So 1 being the highest of the percentage of households that have purchased UPFs, which is ultra processed foods.
Right.
I'm going to start with number 7, and this list is like, this is fresh. This is only like a few days ago, whatever, and seems pretty accurate. Because then this is where it sent me down on a real spot. Because I was like, how accurate is this? Like, not everything you read or see, you know. I was like, I need to do a bit of homework on this because this seems like a lot of bullshit. And it turns out it was actually pretty fucking true. Now,
wow.
Yeah, this is sad. So Austria, in the whole of the country, Austria is number 7 with 35% of households that have ultra-processed foods.
Wow.
Number 6 is Poland with 36. Number 5 is Finland with 40%.
Right. Wow. You'd expect them to be... For Poland, yes, I think...
Because of the sausages?
All the processed sausages and the meats, it's quite processed based, I think, with all preservatives and stuff. Finland, you'd expect fresh fish.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I thought. When I saw Finland, I was thinking fresh fish and vodka that pretty much just strips paint.
Right.
So that was just my understanding, but clearly not. Number 4, Belgium with 44%.
Belgium. It's not the countries you'd expect, is it?
No, because I was thinking chocolate, then they got pastries, and then and I was just like, well, France is on the list.
In that middle belt, it's very much hams and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. Then I was like, well, what are they pressing with the hams? And, you know, are they making like this strange luncheon meat or whatever, and they're heavily processing it with like, you know, those artificial flavors and that? They must be.
So that was Belgium 5. That was
4. Belgium
4. Okay. Right.
Finland was 5. Number 3 is Ireland with 43%.
Mm-hmm.
We could just say that's Guinness. 43%. No, that's just Guinness. As much as we love Guinness, don't drink a lot of Guinness on this show.
Yeah, that's fruit from the land, is it not?
Yeah, exactly. Reach out, Guinness.
Homegrown.
Number 2 is Germany with 46%.
That's got to be the sausage, is it not?
But you still got hams, you still got the smoked deli meats, you still got all that stuff. But then they're quite big on like biscuits and
Yeah.
like other knick-knacky bits like that, you know. But
I'm worried about who you're going to say is number one.
well, number one, this is insane, is the UK. It's with 50% of households. 50%. Can we just take a minute there? Just go, what the fuck? Like,
So 50% of households have what?
ultra processed foods. And inside of those ultra processed foods, you got your artificial colors, which is synthetics of like your blue one, red number 40, and yellow number 5, which are just horrendous flavorings. And it actually, you know, are known to cause like so many issues. And you got the artificial flavors as well. The synthetic compounds designed, you know, to mimic the natural flavors and carrier is it's not the day for it, is it? Characteristics of, you know, other food. So that's, you know, they're fake. Now they can like that's real. They can process it and make it fake to give it that flavor and to create that certain type of taste in the food.
For cheap.
Oh, it's so profitable. UPFs is so profitable, and it's just like that's why they make them. The emulsifiers as well, you know, mixed in ingredients that normally don't blend well. They've like the flour, water, and oils do, so they just add in those so that it all combines and compacts together.
Well, I'll ask you a quick question.
Go on then, hit me with it.
What does ultra processed mean to you? In let's say in layman's terms, in a simple sort of paragraph, what would you think of ultra processed, or even processed for that matter?
I would say like ultra processed would have to be like more than like 15 or more ingredients, like in my eyes. You know,
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, so like, you know, anything like burgers should really be like 3 things: beef, depending, and then salt and pepper, you know.
Right.
But like if you've got like those Beyond Burgers and they've got like 40 plus ingredients and you've got emulsion.
It's mad, isn't it?
And people think, oh, that's food. That's food for you to consume. That's not food. Anything that's more than I'm being really lenient that 15 or more is ultra processed to me. Processed, I would say it would be 7.
Yeah.
Do you know? Like that's very lenient. Because then people will be like, oh, what about like pork, cheese, and jalapeno? And you'd be like, well, yeah, you got pork, cheese, jalapeno, salt and pepper. That's 5. Maybe they'll add in like paprika or whatever.
Yeah. The way I think of it is sort of like as if it's been refined in a way. Like take your bratwurst, let's say.
Mm.
I don't necessarily know what goes into a genuine bratwurst.
Naughty kids.
But I would think that that's processed. This is what I had to say to customers, right? Mm-hmm. That my nitrate-free bacon was not process-free. Mm. When I talked about when I would say the process or the techniques we use, and they go, whoa, processed, what? But no, there is a process, but it's not processed. Yeah. But in terms of the sausage would have, like the bratwurst, is minced within an inch of its life with all the seasonings and flavorings.
Yep.
They then simmer it, cool it, and then package it, right?
Yeah.
But in those 3-4 steps, they're putting in E numbers preservatives. That's for me is processed. When you put in what doesn't necessarily need to be there. It's not necessarily changing the flavor profile either.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's those E chemicals and like the number, you know, blue number 1 and all that give it the color flash, like, you know, ratios and give it that distinct look that it
color flavor. You about to say color? You about to say flavor, but you almost said color flatio.
Wow, yeah, today's not the day for it. It is Monday after all.
Yeah.
No, it feels like it was a long weekend. No, the heavy weekend.
Yeah.
Did fuck all on it. But yeah, but that's what about you? Like, what would you say is ultra processed compared to processed? Like, is your numbers around the same as mine?
I think so. I mean, unnecessary, like as I just said, unnecessary amounts of ingredients and preservatives that are only there to gain consistency. Like small batch, we know that small batch products work.
Mm. Yeah,
but they're doing it on such scale that it has to be extremely consistent for it to work at all. Because they're just doing it by numbers. They're not doing it by quality, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. This is same in, punch your card in, punch your card out kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think the ultra processed is
Shit.
just it's shit, and it's just the quantity overrides quality, and that's why they have to. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm trying to say. It's in my head, but I can't get it out.
Monday artist.
It's just full of shit, you know. There's, as you say,
I don't understand the thought
more
pattern.
than 5 ingredients, right?
Yeah.
Let's say for argument's sake, your burger. I think that yes, you can have beef, salt, pepper, but then you can also have, you know, garlic powder, which is garlic powder.
Yeah.
You can have onions in it. You can have chilies. You can have gherkins. You can have cheese. Whatever you want in it.
But those are natural products. Those are natural products. I wouldn't put them really. I was being lenient on that. Like,
right. So actually, now what you're saying is that processed and ultra processed is putting unnatural, synthesized,
that's
ingredients into a somewhat naturally occurring product, like a sausage or a burger or ham. All that reconstituted ham is all just like all that bullshit reconstituted meat deli, loaf that they get and slice.
Yeah,
that's not ham. That's all the shit that they scrape off the bones with wire wool. You know, same with frankfurters. If you look at the actual ingredients of your classic frankfurters, they're awful.
Yeah, no.
Well, imagine how they get the chicken frankfurters. They're literally just blending up everything. It's the whole Jamie Oliver chicken nugget thing again, isn't it?
No, it was the what did DC was talking about turkey Twizzlers.
Yeah,
he educated me on turkey Twizzlers because he was like, he was banging on about it. And I was just like, the fuck are you saying to me, DC? And he's just like, and then he showed me. And then, Jamie Oliver went to war with some guy that would brought out these turkey Twizzlers, which were sold in the primary schools or whatever, which were just, it was just like gurneyed, like high pressure washed bloody turkey frames. Just like, did all this and that. And I was like, well, A for effort for Jamie Oliver doing that, but turkey Twizzlers do something pretty sick.
they were pretty good, I have to admit it. He ruined my school lunches.
Ooh, damn you on your healthy ways, kid. But then this is us, talking about it. But unnatural. I was being very lenient. Like, if I wanted to be really cruel, I would have said 7 for ultra, and then processed would have been 4.
Yeah,
that would have been if that. But 15. If you do really look at any of the vegan products, and this is taking a swipe at them in a certain way.
Yeah, because it's not just vegan products that are like that. Look, as I said, you get the freaking sausages and the weird, gross deli meat and spams and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's not just on their end as well, but it's on the carnivore side as well. But us as butchers and most consumers and barbecuers, I'm sure, can kind of tell more. But us as butchers, we know their processes, we know they're processed, and we know. Right. To get a ham that's square, perfectly square,
with no bones or tendon,
it's
consistent all the way through.
Consistent all the way through. That ain't real food.
Yeah. So you're saying about with the vegan,
but anything we have the most powerful devices in our hand that we walk around every day with.
Mhm.
And if you're literally going converting to veganism and you're like, right, I need to know what's in my food, and I know that I need to eat organic, I need to use small farms and everything. And then you go, right, you got these ultra processed impossible burgers, and you're like, right, you look and there's 40 something ingredients on there. Surely you, as a grown adult, don't go, I'm not going to Google that. I don't need to know about those numbers. I did like 40 ingredients. That must be pretty good. They must be doing a good job. To me, you go 40 ingredients. Fuck that. Like, okay, let's have a look at these numbers. Let's have a look at these chemicals and everything. To us, like, for education, there is no. You just can't walk around uneducated. Like when you got the most powerful device in your hand.
People do. People trust the industries, though. That's the thing.
That is it. It's all about the education, and we are trying to get that point across in a certain way. But certainly you as a human go 40 things in one item. That's not healthy.
And how is that better?
How is that better? Exactly. And then, like I was going to say just before, it's like, how does someone go, right, let's make this vegan burgers or whatever, spend hundreds of thousands of billions of dollars or whatever to help build this factory, to get all the chemicals in, to get all the stuff. How much of faff is that? Wouldn't you just go, I'd rather just go live on an island. If I'm going to invest all that money, might as well just go live on an island.
Money makes money, mate. People get addicted to seeing money come in. And they're not doing it for your health. They're not doing it for people's health. It's pure profit gain.
Yeah.
It's capitalism at its finest. I'm not a finance advisor. I'm as much as a stinky, but I'm a stinky butcher as anyone else who's listening to this. But it's purely for financial gain. That's the only reason why anyone goes into business. Truly, I think, because anyone who is out for the greater good isn't in it for the money. It's purely just a happy byproduct if they make anything.
Yeah,
which is it. It's just sad, the way of the world. But you got any more information you want to lay on me?
Well, so to get down to the list of like the preservatives and the very last bit as well as the sweetness, your high fructose corn syrups, your aspartame, and your ceracalosis or whatever it is, ceracalosis. All those are like super concentrated, like sweetness, which is highly addictive. And there was
as well.
Yeah, yes, and they showed the same chart as your brain on like cocaine and porn, and same with these sugars as well. They had the three brains, and they all lit up the like reward system, like in the dopamine part of the brain, and all three. The human brain can't tell like what is consuming that. It's just a reward system on its own.
The quick fix sort of thing. Hey, Anne.
Yes, Luke.
Spring's coming, and our friends over at Was a Sauce Hut are having an exclusive offer for all your cooking needs. When you use code BB15, that's BB15, and get 15% off all purchases.
From gift cards to family and single pack sauces, they range from Luke's favorite apple bourbon sauce to Ant's mango, all the way through to their award-winning Crack and Fury rum-infused hot sauce. Woo! Yeah. Start stacking your shelves and get ready for summer, and most importantly, save yourself some money with the code BB15. Now, let's get back to the podcast. And I found now as well that legally they have to put on the packaging like whatever it's modified with, whatever we got, they have to put genetically modified by like soybeans or sugar beets or whatever. And I know that's that's in the UK. And I think the US, if I remember correctly, was bioengineered.
Right. I haven't seen that. Nor have I heard of it.
No, I just went down a spiral at 5:30 in the morning, and it was just kind of was playing on my mind, and I was like, well, I guess some people need to know about this, and others probably already know it or don't. But those are just the things that kind of keep me up at night, or wake me up, ready to get me fired up to, just go down these little things.
It's good that things are moving. Several countries have also put out laws that companies who create ultra-processed non-meat products in replacement of meat products, they can't call them a burger, a sausage. They can't call them bacon or rashers.
Yeah.
So they don't have to call them, I don't know, a patty or
I think
a
patty is
veggie.
still classed as a meat.
Is it?
I
No,
think
that's not bad.
Well,
A veggie finger.
Yeah.
And a pretend meat slice. I don't know, what would you call it? What would you call bacon that isn't bacon if you can't use any of the terminology? That could put people off, could it not?
Well, that's the whole idea. I think the country like is Italy, France, and I can't remember anymore. But those
The Netherlands might have done it a couple of years ago.
good for them if they did. Bravo. The UK needs to do it.
Yeah. And the US, but that's never going to happen, considering that Bill Gates just signed huge deals with lab-grown meat industry or whatever.
Yeah, see, we got to dive.
And he's saying this is the way. This is the way forwards.
But then he's gone from all the Impossible Burger, and he's invested all that money into like all these fake produce, and now he's gone into lab-grown meat, which is like meat.
He's just a huge money grab. He puts money in. He's got so many fingers and so many pies that it generates a whirlwind around that item. Dude, similar to fucking COVID, he was the chairman of WHO, the World Health Organization. He's not anymore. It was just a huge transference of money to him. It finished and he fucked off with several £billion. And they're just doing the same things. They're trying to fuck over
the small people.
Small people, namely farmers, who are often thought of as bottom of the food chain.
Yeah, but look at us. Look at them now. Look at them like they're riding. Look at them now. They're like, all right, enough's enough. But like the health organization or whatever, the WHO, they're just not making any sense. They're not. They're just none of what they're doing
for the people.
No, it never has been. And it's like the thing is, a lot of people are like, oh, there's two things guaranteed to life and taxes and death. It's just like, when the fuck did we go, right, you and I are going to pay taxes to the end of time? I don't remember going into a contract. By the last time I remember what the law said, two parties need to consent to a new law to be done. This is where that COVID bullshit came in, where people just fell in line and did what it didn't question a thing. Where it was just like, why are we not questioning this? Like, why are we asking questions? Why do we have to do this? Why do we have to wear masks? We know masks don't work. Like,
people don't want to know, mate. People do not want to know.
No.
They're just more than happy to go, okay.
Yeah. Just easy to, let's just get this over and done with. But it's just like, hang on a minute. They've taken away your basic freedom, and that is freedom. They've taken away the biggest and only one that kept you going. And like domestic violence went up, drugs like consumption went up, alcohol consumption went up. Like three terrible things happened, and they just kept everyone locked inside. And it's
it's wild, isn't it? And the same thing with they're just putting shit in people's food, and we're quite literally eating it up.
They're walking all over us. They're just doing what they please, and like just the way we go, then the presidents will fucking eat the shit that we put out in front of them and keep filling their brains up with like the fucking bullshit that's on TV and played on the radio all the time. How many times do we have to listen to Lady Gaga? Honestly, I fucking can't stand it.
Not even if she wears a meat dress.
Don't care. She can fucking die. I hate her.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I love an ant rant.
Yeah, sorry. That was a good rant.
It was good. What was I going to say before you literally caught me off guard with that? So like most of it's propaganda, mate. They just feed you information that swirls around within the lower echelon of society, namely the working and middle class, where we are the workers of the world, I guess. And similar, like say for one, the raw milk thing, right? Raw milk is literally so good for you.
Yeah.
It contains minerals and vitamins that you can that utilize when it's pasteurized is literally just killed. All of it's killed. The lactase is destroyed, which is why people can't stomach milk. If you drink raw milk and you're lactose intolerant.
Did you know that's a mutation if you can handle milk, where it's common for people who are lactose, that's normal.
That's because the lactase in raw milk is the enzyme that helps you break down the dairy fats.
Yes, yeah.
So and they're just saying it's so bad for you, but it's because you can't sell raw milk off of out of somewhere that isn't where it's produced. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. So the farm down the road from me, they sell raw milk. They can only sell it on site because it's a danger, because it's got the bacteria in it, the good bacteria.
It's a good bacteria, yeah.
Only. But it can, it's not pasteurized, it's not treated, it's not anything. It's purely just sieved, right?
Sure.
And they can only sell it on site because of the dangers, apparently.
There's no dangers.
It's so good for you. It's like I can't drink normal milk because I shit my pants, right?
Oh, that happened earlier.
Not to me.
No, to me.
And I had a glass or some raw milk in with my coffee and a tea, and also just to try to see if anything happens. I was in good company, so I was in safe hands if anything.
I was close to the toilet.
Yeah, but I was fine. My girlfriend was like, "How'd you feel?" I was like, "Why?" She's like, "Because you drank like almost half a pint of milk." I was like, I'm fine. But it's say if that was normal, pus-filled, generic, supermarket brand pasteurized milk, dude, no, I'm fine, thanks. I'll pass on that. I'll turn inside out.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But it's like they're creating a solution for a problem that isn't there.
Yeah, they're just making this fake narrative
with all these ultra processed foods. I feel like the age of convenience has taken over, in that you want anything and everything at your fingertips. When years ago we lived seasonally and with Whole Foods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know where this was going, but
it's same with the animal fats as well. Oh, the animal fats are bad for you. They'll cause diabetes. They'll cause obesity. They'll cause heart disease.
Super clean.
If you get a proper decent farm, which I'm sure vast number of butchers do use, you should be eating more fats.
Yeah.
You should be eating those raw milks. You should be eating fucking carrots straight out of the ground. They built this fake narrative all the way around it, and the ultra processed food is that shortcut solution that you were saying. Well, I think you were trying to say anyway. Build this fake narrative. Here's a solution. Keep the sick sicker.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard that and knows that. But
then I wonder why people. I'm trying to think an older generation of us. We are early 30s.
Mm-hmm. Speak for yourself. I'm 21.
Why they're getting sick, or I don't know any statistics. I'm purely speaking of what I've noticed in my world, my life, is that people are getting sick. They're getting bowel cancers. They're getting more so than previous generations.
Yeah, cancers.
Is that
they're getting cancers
because of the age of the processed food?
Yeah, and
it's just destroying their bodies. They're not getting the minerals. They're not getting the vitamins. They're not getting any of the benefits of eating whole foods.
It also comes under the person if they're doing regular exercise. Are they getting enough sunlight as well? It's a whole thing. We've talked about it before. But yes, you are 110% correct that cancers are now more out there than they were 50, 60, 70 years ago.
Yeah.
And which is quite scary, because you're I've grown up in this false narrative that, my mum says, we shouldn't eat fats. But then you do your homework and,
you should eat fats.
Yeah. We descend from carnivores, and it's you follow it down the line. Animal eat animal, animal keep eating animal.
It's the saturated fats which fuck you up. That and all them crisps that you're shoving into your mouth, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
And like the unsaturated is animal fats, right?
Yes.
And oil and naturally occurring oils.
Yeah, which is
to a certain extent.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but then it's like the blind leading the blind. And until you pick up a book or you got that, like I said, the most powerful device in your hand, and you go, right, I'm going to fucking just have a mooch, and just have like a minute just to yourself. But then you go, oh, actually, I've actually learned something, and things have gone wrong. And also, I don't ever use Google anymore. Like they just want you to slap things in your face and be like, yeah, no, it's wrong. Don't eat meat.
Or they go, use this because this has got the most traction, or this is what we're going to push to you. Yeah.
Well, it's whatever pays the most, I guess, in a way. I think I remember or whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. That's the thing as well. I think it's not even ultra processed foods. What a lot of it can be is like you buying veg from the supermarket. Where the fuck's that been? What are the pesticides or chemicals has it had during its treatment? It could be a carrot, as you say, from the ground. But if it's not grown organically or on a reputable farm, small scale, it's just going to be fucked up, is it not? Like my girlfriend loves the gardening, and we buy organic as much as we can because if she's not growing it herself, she wants to buy it. And she sent me something that said the Dirty Dozen, 12 fruits and vegetables with the most pesticides in the UK currently.
Oh god, this is not going to be good.
So you got green beans is number 12.
Yeah, of course.
So this is bear in mind, this is the most, or the top 12 fruits and vegetables that you are eating and buying from supermarkets now. All supermarkets, this is, because they all buy from the same providers pretty much.
Yeah. This is
that have been treated with pesticides for molds, bugs, and to clean them.
Yeah.
Right. So you got green beans, blueberries coming in at number 11.
Ugh.
Cherries, number 10.
Yep.
That's a shoe ad.
Love it.
Bell peppers, number 9.
Wow.
Apples, number 8. Got to think about, they're waxed, they're cleaned, Yeah. A lot of them, if you buy like from your nearest farm shop or whatever, there's a matte colour to them. They shouldn't be glossy, shiny.
No.
It's that whole thing where someone will be rubbing an apple on there. You go, rub it, because they're just rubbing off the coating.
Yeah.
Nectarines, number 7.
True.
6 is pears. 5 is peaches. These seem to be quite a lot of soft fruits, which seems to be getting the protection.
Yeah. Well, bruise like a pooch.
Breathes like a nectarine.
Bruise like a blueberry.
Oh, they just smush, don't they? Grapes, number 4.
Of course. Go look after the wine.
There you go. Broccoli, kale, collard greens, and mustard greens, which are all pretty much the same family.
Well, yeah, they're all man-made.
Number 3, yeah. Here you go. Read this little caption that comes with this one. The most pesticides were found on kale and collard and mustard greens, with 103 individual chemicals found across the items in that category.
Holy.
Spinach, number 2.
Yeah.
And the world famous strawberry is at number 1.
Hang on. How can strawberries be up there when they're seasonal and they've got pick your own strawberries farms, and same with blueberries and everything like this? Because there's
people grow them year round, mate, in greenhouses, heated greenhouses. That's how you can get. I know we buy them a lot from Spain, but
you don't know where there's regulations of the chemicals they're using as well.
Right.
That's disgusting. That kale just got a flogging of 103.
Topping the... Where are we?
That's disgusting.
Dirty Dozen is the sweet but potentially pesticide-laden strawberry. This fruit has ranked first for many years because it has been found to be the fresh produce item most likely to contain pesticide residues, even after they have been picked, rinsed from the field.
Is it because of their...
That was in Europe, by the way, not in the UK. My mistake. That was in all of Europe.
Wow.
That list. Fucking hell.
It's terrifying. It's basically the 12 foods that you consume weekly.
Yeah.
Because wintertime, you have green beans. You know, you have beans, broccoli, you'll have a bit of kale or something. You have a roast dinner.
Yeah.
Summertime, I'm going to consume fruits. There you go. I love grapes. I love blueberries. The fucking strawberries. They're the top 3 that you always go for.
Isn't yeah, right? It is. And you often chuck them all in one. All in one bowl.
Mm-hmm. Big bowl of poison just there being consumed.
Yeah. And here you go. In America, so it's worse in America. The average American eats about 8 pounds of fresh strawberries a year. And with them, dozens of pesticides, including chemicals that have been linked to cancer and reproductive damage, or that have even been banned in Europe. So,
yeah,
USA.
We're number one, freedom.
Yeah, we love pesticides.
Yeah, no, I've heard that there's chemicals, or they're using chemicals in the US that are banned everywhere in the world.
Well, that's the classic E number, the blue E number, isn't it? They still use that in America, and they wonder why.
And red 40.
Yeah. And they need to be put on drugs when all they need to do is just stop them from eating processed shit. It does make me annoyed. I mean, I'm the lover of crisps. You know, like any crunchy carb, I'm totally down. Sweet things, M&Ms as well. Like, I'm not infallible, and everybody eats crap, right? But it's just to be more educated, and on the desk too.
Yeah, it's over here now.
For anyone listening, Anne's just shown up a pack of Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups.
Yes.
Well, how many ingredients are in that? Go on.
Okay, let's have a look. Milk chocolate coating, 52%, sugar, cocoa butter, cocoa mass. Are you counting? Because I'm not.
I'm not.
You got milk powder, milk fat, milk emulsifiers such as soy lecithin.
Lecithin, yeah.
Lecithin, yeah. So that's E322. Polyglycerol, polyurethane, which is E476. That number does not sound good.
Whenever poly comes up, I always think of plastic.
Yeah,
which it isn't. I know it's not, as I've been told. But I always think fucking poly what? Polypropylene, poly who? Shouldn't be in food.
Yeah, no. Peanut butter cream center. Sorry, am I reading this shit today on a Monday? And that's 48%. The peanuts, sugar, dextrose, salt, acidity regulator, acidic acid, E330, antioxidants, TBHQ, E319. I don't know what the TBHQ stands for, but it doesn't sound really good.
To be honest.
And then here you go. And then produced from genetically modified sugar beets and soya beans.
Sick.
There you go.
And it's going to taste delicious.
Swami. I'm going to devour it.
It's just, you've just got to be aware of what you're buying. I'm a stickler now. Since I'm older, I have a kid. I don't want her eating rubbish. So I try and... That's very true. I'm fortunate enough that she's like, can I have steak for dinner? I'm like, yes, you can. And what do you want? What do you want with your steak? Mayonnaise.
See, that's probably like the most processed thing that she's having at your house, which is great. It's mayonnaise.
You say that, but then the Cadbury's chocolate mini rolls make an appearance, don't they? You know, no one is free of guilt, but it's just, minimizing what you're consuming, right? I mean, I try and buy good bread. I try and
Sourdough or
if I can, it's like £4 a loaf or some shit, mate.
what,
And
from a small bakery?
Actually, I've got a couple around me actually, which are quite good bakeries. I try and go to them if I can. They're often sold out by the time I go, but I buy the sourdoughs in Waitrose or Sanos.
Mass produced again. There you go. Have you looked at the label on that bitch?
I have, and it's much less than your Hovis superseded. Tell you that much.
Hey man, let's not talk shit about Hovis.
Whoa, sorry.
No, I'm joking. Fuck him.
You had me. You had me
as
as
a podcast.
yeah. You had me as a Warburton's man.
Yeah. I'm all for Samuel L. Smith, who does the ads now.
Oh yeah, I bet you are.
But he does now, and he's just like, oh yeah, being all happy, chirpy, and all that, and he's just like, the bread fucking sucks.
Was it like I always look at McCain's chips, right? I've never been a big fan of bagged chips.
No, never.
But what are the ingredients of those, do you think? Like, surely it should just be potatoes, salt, and an oil.
No, I would class it as, because it always comes with like a yellow coating.
This is processed, we would say. This is not going to be ultra processed, is it?
I don't know.
That would just be processed.
I don't know. We're playing with fire now, because I'm pushing for 15 ingredients. Google it.
All right.
I'm pushing 15 because they've peeled the potatoes, they've boiled the potatoes, they've mashed potatoes, they've salt and pepper, added in e-chemicals, they've turned the potatoes, they've crushed the potatoes, and like they've probably bleached the potatoes. And then,
so they're not sliced, do you reckon? Do you reckon they're like reconstituted?
Yeah, I reckon they're just turned in a big like bit, and they've all been like skinned and everything, and then they've been boiled and then bleached, or bleached boiled, and then mashed and everything, and then added in all the chemicals, and then they've set the cool, and then they've been pressed into almost, and that's why they're like all the McCain's, and then she like snaps the chip, and it's perfectly fluffy in that. But like, you won't get that from a regular potato, so it has to have some sort of process.
Okay.
That's what I believe, and I've only had them a handful of times, and I'm like, these are shit. You've literally got like a bag of potatoes there that are like 90p, or from a local farm or whatever it cost you.
Yeah,
you can make these 60 times better.
It's funny though, because they've now started. I've just seen they've now started doing naked chips.
What's that even mean?
So there's less crap on them probably.
But it doesn't make any sense. But what's naked? Is it skin, like skinless, or skin on? Like,
so it says naked oven chips, and they're proudly saying that it is just potatoes and sunflower oil.
Still bad. Sunflower oil is still bad.
Still not good, is it?
But what's the ingredients on the old nakies?
That's it. Potatoes and sunflower oil. I'm just getting onto your generic home chips, steak chips.
Steak chips, brush.
Steak chips.
Steak, eggs, and chippies.
Yeah, so here you go. This is the steak chips. You got potatoes, vegetable oils, rapeseed and sunflower. You then have fucking hell. They're coated in a flour.
Yeah, thought so.
Which has got wheat.
Yep.
There's got your calcium, iron, niacin, thiamine. It's not very good having two dyslexics read out ingredients, is it?
No. And it's only Monday.
Rice flour as well, and broad bean flour, dextrin.
Okay. There's 11
extra vegetable fibers, turmeric extract.
Yeah. We're already up to 13 now. You're up to 13 items.
Salt, pepper,
yep.
And then a paprika extract for colour.
That's 16.
You just want chips, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought I said
yes,
that to you.
You can make the same thing at home with more wholesome ingredients, with your own salt, your own pepper, paprika if you really want. but you don't need all of the other stuff, the flowers, it's just crap.
Paprika extract.
And that's basic. That's just chips. That's just basic chips.
And I bet you they cost like what, £3.20, $2.80 or something?
Yeah, pretty much. Where are we? Sorry, at least you just got off there as you said that. £4.30 a bag, $2.69 a kilo.
For £2.69 a kilo, you could like if you're willing to spend £2.69 a kilo on these potato chips, you could
straight cut steak.
Go over with steak.
Yeah.
You're not going to pay that. You're not going to pay that amount of money at a local farm shop. You'd be lucky if they're pushing £1.69.
Yeah. They don't have to be organic, but if you're getting it from a reputable place, they're going to be small batch potatoes and better.
And I bet you for, like, what was that, a kilo bag?
1.6.
1.6. If you went to your local farm shop and go 1.6 of potatoes, and then you go and cook there yourself. Like, you've saved money. This is the whole thing about this. It's like you're spending £4, fucking whatever, on that. People don't realize that. They're like, well, I got to do the labor and I do all this and that. But like, to save yourself money, we've said this since like episode 1 or 2. Scratch cooking is save cooking.
It's better for your health.
Yeah, that too.
That's literally it. Have it as part of your evening. You know, I don't know. Here you go. If you really want to be put off by your bag of chips,
here we go.
This is a Tesco customer, unverified.
Of course.
Sorry, I was reading the wrong one. Tesco customer, verified, this one.
Oh. Okay.
On the 16th of March, 2024, 1 star.
Ooh.
I buy these chips most weeks, but for the last few weeks, they have been absolutely dreadful. They take longer to cook, and even, what the fuck?
Dyslexia.
Yeah, just punctuation isn't this person's friend. So it's all one long sentence. And even in my head, I'm running out of breath. Because you expect to have a pause, but there's no pauses. So I'm gonna have to make up the pauses in this. Sorry.
Even in my head, I'm running out of breath.
Yeah. There you go. They take a lot longer to cook, and they're still soggy, limp, and they taste awful. Not sure if they've changed the oil or the actual potatoes, but I will be definitely looking at other brands, if not making my own. Make your own, Tesco customer. Fucking hell.
Can you message them and be like, make your own?
I'll report them for doing a good job. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's just do yourself a favour and know where your food comes from and try and cut. I know it's hard to cut down on the processed foods because it's in society now. Food is thrown at you, especially fast food. Yeah. Eggs especially fast food. It's just like everything, you know, why can't they just promote good, healthy food on Uber Eats and Deliveroo?
I know that they're introducing the shopping, the grocery shopping section in that. But
it's still rubbish that's on there.
Rubbish. Yeah. I don't understand it. Sometimes I just feel like it's easier just to take a shit ton of seeds, pack up the girls, jump in a car and find a piece of land and just get the fuck away from everything and just live my days out. Cutting wood, giving the missus wood. I mean, you know, and just like growing my own food now.
Yeah, that's the dream, you know, and find a bit of land that has low property tax and you can collect your own rainwater, bit of woodland, you know, that sort of thing. It's just, Homesteading. Are you on homesteading Instagram by any chance?
I don't know. I can be if you need to.
I don't know. I just have follow a few people who are like, get into homesteading. And then they've got this four bedroom fucking house. So no, you have a big garden, you turn into a mini farm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. We could go out into the New Forest here in Dorset and just go and do the homesteading. How's that?
Yeah, that'd be good. All right, Anne, I'm going to give you a challenge. Think of one item that is ultra processed that you would like to find out the ingredients to right now. Seems I'm using my phone in this episode anyway. Might as well just double down and go for it. Oh, do you remember the teddy bear ham? Remember that?
Never heard of that.
No way.
I was thinking like Devon luncheon meat or something. Isn't that a thing you guys had here, luncheon meat?
Yeah, like Spam.
Yeah, but like there was like the other version of that was.
Oh, yeah, because Spam's a brand, isn't it?
I'd say it's a
teddy bear ham.
Yeah, go on, tell me the teddy bear then. I don't know.
It was a thing in the late 90s, I think. Sure. And it was sort of to get people to eat protein, maybe, because even back then people were being
bitches,
being bitches and being malnourished.
Malnourished bitches.
I'll send you a picture. There was a clown one, and then there was a bear one. These were slices of hams, which are not of any distinguishing features apart from it being weird, foamy, squidgy bullshit. Right?
Hang on, so it was in the shape of like a bear, so they just had these like molds or something.
Yeah, I'll send you a screenshot.
Oh gosh.
And I'll send it to Keith as well, so he can get it up on screen. And this shit, dude, is, or you can either search for it yourselves, but this shit is fucking crazy. Imagine seeing that.
Oh wow!
It is hams that the clown face was especially awful.
That's terrifying.
I remember that was the shit to get, right? And that was what they were pushing on people to feed their kids. Oh, wow. I was fortunate enough that my mom was like, that shit is fucked.
Good gal. Clever girl. But also, I like the little bear that's next to it. I heart ham. And then there's the clown ham. And it's just like,
yeah, the
color, man. The color is like...
It's awful, isn't it? And fun, like, I don't know if they had that anywhere else. Do you recall anything like that?
Nothing like that, mate. That's some heavy gear, that. Mate. That's wild.
Isn't it? And that was what people were feeding their kids. Us, our age.
Yeah.
Or maybe that could have been 80s as well. It was a new technology to reform ham, you know.
Yeah. How scary is it as well if you like all the things you consumed as a kid and then you start turning your ways and doing stuff, and then you like, if that doesn't get you, it's just like, what diseases have like runs in my family that are unknown, like dementia and other bits. That's the kind of shit that keeps me up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Purely based upon bad nutrition as well. That could, not purely, but that it could play a hand in it.
Yeah. That's what scares me. That's what my head noise is. It's like, I've turned around and I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm trying to do that, but it's just like, what like diseases are going to be in my family that are hidden or something, you know, like Parkinson's or dementia or something.
Well, no, completely unrelated. I heard that onset dementia and Parkinson's can be accelerated by excessive drinking during mid-years, 30 to 40. Yeah. Yeah, so don't get pregnant.
I'll try not to. Keep it in your pants.
30 to 40. If you really razz it at that time, you're
what's razzing though? Like 30 beers a day or 30 beers a month?
I don't really know. That's the thing. Everything in moderation, and only you know you, but we know to you listening, as well as us, that ultra processed shit is not good. It can't be good.
I want to know what's in that ham now. That's going to keep me up till 4 tonight. I'm going to be thinking about it all day, and then I'm just going to be like, what was in that ham?
All right. Well, I'll tell you. Are you ready?
Yeah, man, I'm fired up.
What is spam? This is going to sound like a Dr. Seuss book now. What is spam? Here we go. Ah, frick, I lost it. Here we go. It may come as a pleasant surprise to you, Anne. The spam is no longer the preservative-packed mystery meat it once was. In fact, spam contains only 6 ingredients.
Okay, that's surprising.
So is that in your ultra or just your?
Well, I'd class that as just normal.
Your normal processed foods.
Yeah, so processed was 7, wasn't it, for me?
Yeah.
And then ultra was 15. So that comes under. Yeah, that just comes under normal.
It has. They label it as pork with ham, meat added. But here's the thing: of what pork is that, and of what ham, and why ham?
Yeah, why ham? And why add it?
Because it's going to be like the bits of the leg that they can't slice, so that's just going to get blasted off the bone and chucked in the grinder with all the cartilage and gubbins from the other pork, you know. So, salt, water, potato starch, sugar, sodium nitrate.
Oh,
And that's it.
wow, sodium nitrate.
Funny, isn't it?
6 items. That's just shocking. But it has been around for 100 and some years.
Yes, and before all of those chemicals were brought into the mix, as it were.
Yeah.
So, I think that's quite good. I'm happy with that, actually. 6. I'm going to go out and buy a can of spam tomorrow.
That's what I was saying. Eat more spam.
Maybe the quality of the ingredients may differ to what you should do. But
reach out, spam. Proud sponsor.
Spam. This podcast is brought to you by spam.
6 ingredients with over 100 years of experience.
Yeah.
We're already got it down. Look at this guy.
With a wall of spam behind you.
Yeah.
We open up that cupboard and it's just spam.
Yeah. Check out my spam.
I think what we're trying to say is just be good to yourself. Be aware of what you're buying. Ultra processed food is out there and it is not good for you. It tastes good because they've designed it to be like that.
Yeah. 100%.
For you to, as Anne says, to fire on the right receptors for you to get more or less addicted to it, I think.
Yep. Definitely. And arm yourself with the knowledge and then you can never be caught out, guys. You know, it's just keeping arms, asking questions, just getting through this as a team, you know.
Yeah. Read the ingredients on things that you pick up in the store. You'll be pleasantly surprised, to say that again, of what is on it, in it. You know, it could just be poppadoms, but there's going to be so many ingredients. Wraps. I went and bought some wraps the other day.
They're horrible.
There was so many, and in the end, I went for
They were in the top 11,
the more expensive ones,
the most processed foods. When I found it, wraps. Well, like the wraps, pita breads, and that were all classed as like one, and it was in the ultra processed.
Wow. Was this like store brand ones?
There was some, so they had like a 3-column bid. So there was ultra processed, and it had like a handful of like, you know, missions, tortilla wraps, and all this and that.
Yeah.
So they had a different range, and then there was like processed, and processed was home cooking, and then like what it is, flour, water, yeast, whatever like you wanted to do, and then they had like a raw version of it, which is it was quite good. So there's 3 columns. It was quite cool, but they're like in the top 11. I can't remember what number it was, but like wraps were in there, and I was like,
this is so mad.
That doesn't surprise me in a way because you can just load everything up with the chemicals and like the fake like sulfates and the flour and the rice flour and
the powders. There is a brand of wraps which is good. It has like 4 ingredients, which is flour, whatever and whatever.
Yeah.
So just read the packages, people. You know, I'm sure you all do. And same goes in a shop. If you're working in a shop,
Yeah.
bug your suppliers and try and get more wholesome ingredients in. You know, you don't always have to get your the pink shitty packaged ones. You know.
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
Oh, I don't know. Like Doug was talking about in his episode. Yes, he buys in packaged stuff, but
that's proper ingredients. That is
the best quality he can.
Yeah. Same with them as well as the Leonards. They do just a smashing job. They're really good, and I appreciate their transparency as well. That makes eating and shopping and believing in a product so much more easier. You know, it's incredible what they're doing as well. Big shout out to the Leonards. If you're not following them, follow those guys, because they do incredible work.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. And just be aware of what it is, people. No one's going to do it for you, so do it for you. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself.
Do it for your
future.
And do it for the Butcher's Bible, so you can keep listening to us every Monday and Friday.
Oh yeah, I was about to be like, just said do it for the children, but I could see you were winding up to something, and that was better.
We're already doing it for the children, but do it for yourself. Be a bit selfish and stick around a bit longer and listen to us and see where the fuck this goes.
Yeah, go on then. Where's it going? Tell me.
I'm going to tell you, we're going straight to the jokes.
Love it. This is my favorite bits now.
Yeah, so last week, you guys did amazing. It took me quite a while to try and get through. So we're going to go through the Chuck Norris jokes, which is pretty funny. Chuck Norris won an arm wrestling tournament with both arms tied behind his back. Fucking brilliant.
That's great.
When Chuck Norris lifts weights, the weights get in shape.
That's good. I like that one.
Chuck Norris can dribble a bowling ball. What? Nice. Fucking legend. Imagine him just like fucking alley-ooping and shit with like a bowling ball. Oh,
yeah, like 3-pointers.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. The Flash discovered how to run at the speed of light when he discovered Chuck Norris was looking for him. Bit of a DC joke.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that film. No, I don't need to see it.
No, exactly.
That was it. That's just him being chased by Chuck Norris. Okay.
Chuck Norris doesn't negotiate with terrorists. The terrorists negotiate with Chuck Norris.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I'll be scared too.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. And here we go. Chuck Norris does not get frostbite. Chuck Norris bites the frost.
As only he can.
Yes, only he can.
I love that.
It is incredible.
Nice.
Took me a while to get through that one and put it all into my notes and everything so I don't lose it, because it's been great. You guys are killing it. We're very proud of you.
Yeah, thank you for the interactions on the stories that we've been putting up. They will turn up in later episodes. They're in the bank.
Yeah. And let's start the hashtag today out on the paddocks. Just start tagging that up. Let's just make that into a thing. Let's make that our Butcher's Bible thing. Today out on the paddocks.
That'd be good. And then just add it to a hashtag of all your posts and everything.
Yeah, of course. Add into your stories or whatever. I don't know. Today out on the paddock.
We'll see what people do. See if they get onto it.
Yeah, see. I'm just gonna keep doing it because every time it's rain, hail, or shine. That's all I got.
Yeah, man. Sweet. Oh, awesome. Very good to see you again, my guy.
Very nice to see you. It's always fun.
It is indeed. We've got a busy week lined up.
Yep. Since in the week after, we've got some nice surprises for everyone as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting. You're going to,
Stay tuned. What else can we say?
Yeah, exactly right. Radio, let's head out.
Awesome,
I feel flogged.
Yeah.
Feel flogged for a Monday.
Yeah. Okay. Have a good rest of your week, everybody.
Everybody, take care. Love yous.
Bye.